3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, what is up, everybody? This is...
What up?
So welcome to podcast, DGU PODCAST episode 16.
Yeah.
Yes, making some moves in the world. So if you guys have not... If you have not seen the episode yet, number 15...
it's up.
Yeah, it is up. By the time this is up, it's definitely up for all of you to be able to review for yourselves. Also, we have been able to get some pretty cool feedback in general of like the quality of the podcast about like intelligent talks and stuff like that. So that's really cool. So it tells me that we're doing something good in general. And then on top of that, we've actually been working on the different designs that we're going to come out with for our merchandise. So
along with our website, right?
Yes, along with the website. So all of this stuff has been in the works. We've been having to, as much as we have going on in our personal lives, we've been trying to get to pretty much everything in general. And give me 1 second. Actually, hopefully this records over that, and I'm guessing it did. So basically, we're coming out with some winter wear, figuring out like all the package for that, for gym wear, winter wear, like sweater weather wear.
Yeah, I'm down.
And then working on different designs in general for all of that. So, and working on the quality efforts side, so we can really get down to that as well. It's a very, very big deal. So, in other news,
what's up with you, man?
Let's see here. So,
I haven't seen since the last episode.
I know.
How have you been since then? No.
I've been
better.
Huh?
Life's been better than before?
Better, yes. Hectic, fuck yes. As you know, not everybody else knows, but I have been working on an app.
Oh, yeah.
So that has been like taking up a bunch of my time. And the first app that I've ever created, first app I've ever created in general, which is really cool, I feel like, because again, this is my first app I've ever created.
And that's what
I've never created an app before this.
No.
So
I haven't either, and I can't wait to do my first.
And you got to play with it tonight too.
It's pretty cool. Like just
it's very simple. It's very simple overall, but it's on the creation.
You did it.
On the creation side, it's fucking difficult. It's very fucking difficult because
I bet time consuming for
sure. Because everything
and it's yours, so you want to make it perfect. You want to take your time on it.
Well, see, the crazy thing is like I was saying before, like earlier tonight, is that the amount of data entry that goes into it all is fucking nuts. Like the amount of work that goes into it all of that, it's really time consuming. That makes it.
Yeah, I get you.
So time consuming, and then on top
orderly,
of that,
how organized has to be and stuff like that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
A through Z kind of thing, or color schemes through all that stuff. I understand what you're talking about.
That's a very, very big one, and so I've been working on that on top of DGU.
But that keeps
podcast.
You going in a way, though. Like there's something new. Sometimes just when when you throw a little variety here and there, mix it up. Sometimes there's just something new in your life that wakes you up in the morning. You're like, hey, I want to continue this. I want this to, continue and get better.
Well, it's like so. There's a lot of different working components that I didn't even know about, and a majority of it has to deal with communication. And as long as we...
You mean in the app?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Just your life?
No, just with the app alone.
Oh, okay.
So in life, we have to run on communication. We can't run without it.
That's one of the most important things that we talk about.
Right, exactly. And that doesn't stray away from anything that we do. Like, For example, the logo concept,
Yeah.
like we're having to communicate back and forth on what we like, what we can both come to an agreement with, and then even with the app development, it's nothing different. I'm talking like my app developers over in Pakistan, I believe, or Iraq, one of those, Pakistan, I believe, or Iran, and he's been doing like I guess he has a team or something that works on this shit like completely, but been working with him, and he basically builds the back end, I do all the front end shit, and it's like communication is a big fucking deal. Like he's been actually keeping up pace with me, so whenever like for right now the iOS app or database is being built right now.
Nice.
So the Android part is almost done. Almost.
Okay.
It's like probably like 60% done. Then you have the iOS, which will be mirrored of the Android. So that'd be easier because it'd be basically copy paste. But it's very time consuming. It's very, in my eyes, it's very difficult, especially with everything else that I've got going on, and trying to juggle everything and having to bring new money in so I can pay for different shit. Like that is a very big deal. And then even today, dude, fuck, I lost a $500,000 deal today, which I was not happy about whatsoever. So that's a totally different topic in general, but yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes when you hit rock bottom, it's only way up, man.
Well, yeah, but this was controlled, and it was very stupid, but on the reason why I did not go through, but it is what it is. So for me, it's just one of those things that like my work ethic is very, very intense, and but I try to work as efficient as possible.
Yeah.
So it's a very big deal, but that's what we're all about, though, is being able to just make shit happen in general, and that's, to me, that's a fucking huge deal. So
our failures makes our success.
And on top of that, like, it's something so minor, our ring light as well. Like the last episode, we didn't have the ring light, now we do, and that's why this video is like real fucking bright in general. So like, hopefully
behind the lights, my boy.
hopefully our camera is doing its thing for sure. But yeah, dude, like, other than all that, that's just what I've been up to. What about yourself?
I mean, just my work and learning different worlds, I guess, because I have the student world and I have the teaching world, where I have to learn from the teachers to teach the students, and then I have the coaching going on, and that's a whole different teaching on its own, and different age groups. So learning how to process my thought into their little brain sometimes, so the younger kids, is this test on his own that I like the challenge. So now I recently just yesterday I had a little league game, and I work usually with the pitchers, and these kids, 90% of them never pitched in their life, and teaching them, having practice over practice, teaching them how to pitch. Finally, we saw results, like the last game, and like we killed it yesterday, and their smiles on their face, knowing that like they know how to pitch and get the job done efficiently, striking all these kids out, and then they're just having so much fun. Like makes me proud, and to see the results from what I taught them, it feels good. So just a progression of how I'm coaching and teaching is good. So overall, I'm happy. Me and my girl are really good. Besides that,
how's your business going as well?
Yeah, I was like finding a different business clients.
Y'all just bought new trucks too, correct?
No.
Oh shit! I thought you bought new trucks.
I bought a new truck for side jobs. We do.
But you're selling that, is that right?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Yeah. So we got a good deal on it. So we're using it for the meantime, but we might just sell it because they were just trying to get rid of it. And luckily, it's who you know sometimes.
That's badass.
Yeah, and then actually we
badass.
might be looking into new trucks for work trucks because this we might switch to like I think some work trucks need to be in different motors because there's so much oil and pollution in this world that we're having. So it might new regulations soon.
EPA.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, they, as of a couple weeks ago, for all the diesel engines,
We had to go like...
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. You have to do the smog check, like, illegally.
Yeah, because all this new...
I finally found a guy that'll do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm glad, because I was thinking about it on this way. I'm like, damn it, man, I haven't talked to that small guy for Damian.
Finally found a guy. I actually went through Instagram and found a dude that connected me with another dude that connected me with another dude.
Nice.
And
who knows a guy? Who knows a guy?
Yeah, it was one of those situations, and he was like, this guy's. I'm not going to say where he is. I'll tell you later, but just to protect him. But he's like an hour away in general, and so I messaged him today. I'm still waiting on a reply, but
he's supposed to do it for you, huh?
Yeah. So and if you need it as well, then
well, that's good. No, well, I mean, hopefully I don't need it. That's the thing. We might have to go diesel, but you're diesel.
It doesn't matter if you have. Well, if you have. Well, that's the thing. For the diesels, if you have a diesel, what it applies to. Well, it applies to really all diesels. That it has to be having the DEF and EGR on there, and the DEF fluid is diesel exhaust fluid, and what all that it does is really just makes it clear whenever the soot comes out. It's all clear fumes, nice. But no, it's not at all because. The
substitute of it's not good?
No, not even. So, well, that too, but so what happens is that in the EGR, it's a little device on the outtake of the plumbing for the air. So you have your intake, which goes into your turbo. So that will cycle your boost. Mm-hmm. Then you go through your engine, mm-hmm. and your engine, as soon as you put oil inside of a diesel engine, it immediately turns black, immediately. And so then all of the fumes that are coming out they go through this equalizer, basically, which is the EGR, and that EGR, whenever you, basically, it's a little
like filter?
No, it's like a little, flipping device or whatever, like it'll just like whenever you press the throttle. Well, whenever you press the throttle, it'll enable itself, and then it'll basically take all the fumes. It'll recycle it through the engine one more time, and then whenever it comes out, it's to go through the exhaust, and then all of the chambers that are keeping. That's like, it looks like a fucking NASA exhaust like system. It's fucking weird. It's like 100 pounds under the truck, and like I had mine. I threw it away.
You had to have it, or is it all new trucks have those?
All even like 2013 and up, or actually from 2010 on up, they all have it for DEF fluid. I believe it's that, or maybe even less than that. But basically, it goes through the exhaust, and then you have your DEF fluid, which clears it all out, and then as soon as it comes out, it's all clear fumes. So you don't have to do anything about that part, but what sucks is that with the soot recycling into the engine and then coming back out again, that's putting more wear and tear on the engine. And the EPA has finally come out and said that, all diesel engines are going to have smog checks, like smog checkpoints. Let's say for myself that I've got a truck that is deleted. It's if I go through a smog check, I can opt out of it. I'm not going to get written a ticket or anything, but I can. Yeah, it's just like a DUI check.
I know, I understand. I've seen it before because I've seen on my street they usually do them because there's a lot of truck drivers. And they get the smog checks.
Yeah, but you don't have to do it.
For diesel trucks.
Right, for diesel trucks, you don't have to do it. It's not required for you to do it. It's just for data for them.
Yeah.
And so what they'll do, what the police will do is like threaten you with a ticket or some shit.
Yeah,
but legally, they're not allowed to do that at all. Like, I looked into the laws and everything about it. This happened a few weeks ago. Is that you don't have to comply with the checkpoint.
Only diesel.
Only diesels, yeah, because that's really what it's all for, is diesels.
Oh, the smog checks?
Yeah. They're for the diesel engines.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, for cars too, to my knowledge, it would be for cars, but it's mainly for trucks, like for diesel trucks.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because if you, like, they're just, like, the EPA finally came out and said that they're dinging all of the diesel trucks.
Because that's why everything needs to go legal in the smog checks, because they're all failing now.
Yeah, well, no, not even, because what's happening is that the diesel trucks, like, even for mine, most of these smog checks, they don't want to do anything of the. They basically don't want to help anybody that has a deleted truck because of whatever is going on here. Like, so you're to make this make sense, because I feel like I'm all over the place right now. You have a deleted truck. You go to a smog check, they're going to deny you, just like your guy did to me. He denied me because of the check engine light and also because it's deleted. So he didn't want to fuck with me. So I had to go find somebody else that will fuck with me and that will say, okay, I'll give you this scanned somebody else's smog check and I'll put it on you. So that's how it works.
Of course.
So you have to pay a few $100s for that, and that covers their shit as well. But because they're taking the chance on themselves.
The risk they're taking is also.
So that's the whole thing that the EPA. Yeah, that's the only thing that the EPA has pretty much done.
Well, it's because they want you to get new cars.
It's stupid because what they're also doing, what that also does to diesel engines, is that diesel motors are supposed to go for like 1 million miles, literally 1 million miles. Yeah, seriously, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, diesel engines are literally the most durable engine out there.
Well, because usually regular cars go for like 300K.
But those are gasoline, which are corrosive, which are also.
I know, they're bad.
Which also, it's not bad, but it's just not as long lasting. Yeah, it's not as long lasting. Which diesel engines they're built to be long lasting. But the way that
what about electric cars? Electric cars aren't lasting either, though, are they?
I mean, they got the batteries, but that's a funny thing that you brought that up, because the battery of a Tesla, to my knowledge, is like 10 times worse than a diesel engine.
Right.
Because like once you have to, you can't even really recycle those batteries.
No, you can't. Where are you going to dispose of it? All these electric batteries. What are you going to do?
You can't. So that's what they do, is that in the auctions. So let's say for Copart or IAA, which is International Auto Auction. So the minimum that those cars, absolutely fucking wrecked Tesla, what it goes for is $20,000 minimum.
Because of the battery?
Yes. So what they do is take that battery out. They might like sell the parts off and everything to LKQ or something. But what they'll do is take that battery. That battery is worth so much. That battery, to my knowledge, is worth at least $50,000.
Yeah, if it's fully charged, like it's not like dying out.
But that one battery is supposed to be able to power an entire city.
That's what I was saying. Like, can you go and do cities?
There's one that there's this one guy that I talked to like earlier this year or last year or something like that. They built, it's like this. From what they told me, I don't know if this is true, but from what they told me is that it's the size of a can, like an actual like a Campbell's soup can, or like a baked beans can, like a little bigger.
Yeah, canned food.
So they have somebody's built a 15 or 20 horsepower engine that's that size. But it can also run like an entire city, like in rural places like Africa or something. But to my knowledge, the battery that's in the Teslas can do all of that.
And why not help other people, man?
I mean, I don't really know. I really don't know. But all I know is that the EPA set this thing out for the diesel engines to have to required to keep their shit on their trucks. Yeah. And so everybody in the diesel world is pretty much, including myself, flipped the fuck out about it, because it's just like, why? Like, all you're wanting to do is make more money with it. Like, that's so stupid.
this is the USA, man.
It's so fucking stupid, but
They
you
try
know,
to make everything money.
I don't support it whatsoever.
Everything's
you know,
money. They're
and,
just money
well,
is power, right? And power is money.
It's I guess it's just it's all fucked up. Like,
so
really
that's
is.
the question we wanted to go. What question did you? It should billionaires exist?
Oh
That's
yeah,
question.
so
That's a great question.
So this actually.
So how do you feel about this? Because I actually talked about this in my economic class, and the teacher was talking about this, and he asked and how he felt about that. Because we went over, Bernie Sanders and how he feels about that, and like back in the day, and like Adam Smith.
Wait, y'all went over that?
Yeah, I actually did. He's a very open guy.
Well, so.
How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Should billionaires exist?
I mean,
in the world, not just
yeah.
USA.
I mean, like okay. So here it is. So for billionaires, I'm an aspiring billionaire myself. I have to do the work to get there, but I will get there one day. Mm-hmm. So the thing is that billionaires got to where they are by building a what do you call it? A scalable platform.
Okay.
So let's say like I teach you to do something, right? You do that. You make money on it as well as I make money on it. Then let's say that I taught what I taught you. You teach 5 other guys.
It's kind of like the pyramid scheme in a way, but an actual business. And teaching.
Exactly.
I know.
So,
I'm just trying to.
So that
break
whole
it
thing,
down.
right? So you have your scalable business. So before you know it, all of those people make money, and I make money from every one of those people without doing any type of work. So, for example, the best one I can honestly give, which, a lot of people may not like this, but it's the truth, is that Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos has been a hot fucking topic lately.
Yeah.
Hot topic.
And my teacher went over this, okay.
And so Jeff Bezos, this dude, sold 20% of his company before he actually took off.
Yes.
And it was like $1 million or no, $50,000 20 times is what he did. So he sold, I guess, like he sold $1 million and break that down into 20 spots. So $50,000 a piece. So people told him that he was nuts for selling 20% of his company for $1 million, but that's what he needed to be able to get everything scalable. So then he builds everything out, and now he is, dude. He's taken diaper companies out, like Babies R Us, Babies R Us,
Toys R Us.
I think Babies R Us,
Toys R Us, Toys R Us,
malls basically.
Malls.
He's gonna well. So this is actually kind of an interesting deal because. Kevin Hart, I heard on his commercial on Pandora that he says, why do we have malls? We got online shopping, we got Amazon, we got all this shit. Why do malls even exist? I completely agree with him. That's a great point that he brought up, is because we can everything through our phones, through our computers. We can buy anything online that we want to.
All this is a service that people don't want. They don't want to do. They don't want to drive to go get food. So there's an app for that. Hey, go online food. Online shopping. Nobody wants to go malls. Nobody wants to deal with the people. Make a service for that. Online shopping.
And he actually stated something that was really, it got my mind. There's a lot of people that are very haters on Jeff Bezos, but I'm a huge admirer of him completely.
Well, if it's a work ethic and how he got there, of course he did. But that's the part of the thing about when he, But we don't understand the process, what he had and what he went through. So he's like, fuck everybody else. I work my ass off. Why can't I keep this money?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And once you get it here, you get all the haters.
Yeah, and because everybody wants to cut down the tallest poppy tree.
But if they were in his position,
they would
be like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, seriously.
And I feel that because people are not in his position and nobody knew what he went through. What if his life is shit, but he's got all his money and man, fuck you guys. You talk all this shit. It wasn't easy for me either.
He's pretty public on how he does things, which is great because people are able to see in. But he has it to where. Did you know that he sits on the board of the Pentagon? Did you know that?
No. But now he does because he's got so much damn money.
No, it's not even now. He made like $600 million by doing something for the Pentagon.
Really? I didn't know
Yeah. It was like, I think it was like with the CIA or with the Pentagon, but yeah, he did. He's on the board of...
So is that why we fucking Amazon Alexa and all those bunches are fucking listening to us?
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that, though, because just the other day I got an email from Amazon saying that there's a class action lawsuit.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, well, I just knew...
I was on Instagram and it said, hey, if you have an Alexa, you can file for fucking using
I got an email about it because they said that, if you've got Alexa, that you've been...
good thing I got a Google Home.
You've been...
Alexa.
Well, you've been...
It's probably the same shit.
They said that you've been recorded without your consent, and that's an invasion of privacy.
And we knew about this
today,
finally.
So, it's crazy. So, like, with Jeff, though, He's created something that centralizes a market, which if you take that, like what he said on an interview that I saw, which was that making Japan came out and said something about that Japan wanted to make the quality of things better. I think I might have this completely misconstrued, but they were talking about quality. And not quality of the products, quality of the service that's provided to the consumers. Perfecting that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, holy shit. Like, that is amazing.
That is a good way to say
like, not just doing the quality of the products that you're getting, but the quality of the service that you're getting.
Doing it right.
That's huge. So he said, that's a big deal. So what I obsess over is the quality of the consumer experience.
Yeah.
So, and Jeff, if you're watching this video, which I highly doubt, man, like that is amazing, honest to God, like of what you've been able to create, because, not many people would really focus on that aspect of things, of creating the quality for the consumer. And the products are there.
And that's what sells. The emotions of like, hey man, I love receiving this, and when I want it quicker, faster, and cheaper than most other people, and they're like, I feel happy, so I can keep doing it and repeating it.
And see, repeating that scale is another scalable thing. Yeah. So not only do you have a centralized effort on getting all of the companies in one area, like eBay had at one time. Yeah. eBay is nothing now, basically, because of Amazon. Amazon, as we just went over, he's put businesses out of business, and he even took months. What was it? No, it was like a couple of weeks, if that. He actually lost like $6 million or some shit like that to put somebody out of business. So people would actually shop for Amazon way more than they would shop at this Baby RS, or I think it was like some diaper company or something. And because they were cheaper than the diaper company, they swallowed the bullet for a bit, but they came out on top, and they ended up buying out that company. So now that company works for Amazon.
Yeah, so once you need it, you have to buy it.
Amazon's basically like a Microsoft or like a Google now, or like Apple.
Like a Google.
Yeah.
Like a Google. You don't worry in the search. Google search.
Yeah, you can search anything into Amazon, and it will come up.
You'll find everything now on Amazon.
And it's amazing.
And there's more services now than I've ever seen. Like, service for shit.
For example, on services. Okay, so this is another scalable model. What they did was they have all these contractors in the Amazon. Whenever you have a TV, let's say, and you want it installed, there's a professional installation that you can pay for.
Right? That's what I'm saying. The services, right?
Did you hear about this?
No, I knew there were services. I just didn't know exactly what kind of services they are providing.
So, let's take a better example. The gym downstairs.
Better example.
Yeah, gym downstairs.
Yes.
So any of those equipments, you have like $100 or whatever the fee is to be able to have something professionally installed. Well, it'll basically have one of these contractors that you have to have an invite only. That's how it works, invite only, which is cool because I know people that are contractors for Amazon, which I can like. That's awesome. So basically, they'll basically have one of those guys get emailed they'll get paid, and they'll come to you and install it and everything and be all good to go. That's how it works. And it's these contractors that are already doing this stuff that are handymen, and like that stuff like Etsy can't pull off, or one of the other ones that they can't really pull off because there's not enough business there. But now that you have Amazon and that basically the entire world, I don't know their rights on shipping across like overseas or what. I'm pretty sure it's able to be done, but or I'm pretty sure it is being done, but.
I understand that service because like a lot of Home Depot started doing it, and I thought it was genius that you buy the carpet there or the tile, and they'll do it for you. So they just raise up the prices of all the carpet and all the tile, and then don't worry about it. We'll install it ourselves.
Yeah.
And I was like, "This is genius."
Yeah, and they'll take the money that they marked it up for, and they'll pay their guys and take it like that.
And sometimes it's a small job, sometimes it's a big job. So most of the time it's a small job, and they get. All that money for
it's fucking crazy though, because of how and that's like, and the reason Jeff Bezos is a genius, honest to God. Like I just saw an interview with Soulja Boy, and he's
a smart guy, dude. For a rapper,
there's much smarter.
Oh, well, of course there is. It's like there was back in the day, like Tupac and Biggie.
I forgot her name, but there was an acquaintance of mine in high school. He was one of his first contracts was Yums.
What the fuck is that?
Yums is a brand. It's a clothing brand. It's a shoe brand or a hat brand. It has a smiley face for the like a winky face for the logo. Mm-hmm. So what happens is that he got signed to Yums, and then I knew about him. I actually met him at a house party one time, and he was a fucking dick. He was a big old dick. Like, I'm not saying he has a dick. I'm saying has a big old dick. I'm saying he is an actual asshole. And so that was like way back in the day. And so nowadays, though, he has come up with his PlayStation, which he wanted to make it affordable. Then he has a watch that he came out with to make it affordable, which is basically like the Boost Mobile of products.
Yeah,
like it's terrible. It's the cheapest shit. And he was saying, he was trying to justify it like, you know what, I'm gonna make so much money on this. I'm already making a shit ton of money on this. And if he is, great, but the quality is not there to my knowledge. Like, it's just not there, and it's fucking stupid.
It is stupid. I feel like when it's more affordable for the lower class, and it's like it's almost as close, but not saying like, oh, cheap brand, buy it, it's cheap.
Right, and I mean, you get what you pay for as well. So, like if you're going to buy an iPhone, like you're getting a really good phone, and even for Android users, if you get an Android, you're getting a pretty badass phone. It'll be outdated in 6 months, but I mean, hey, you're getting a badass phone for the time. The same thing for fucking Apple. Like what I noticed as time has gone on is that since Steve Jobs has passed away, or supposedly, has that it's the same thing. 6 months. 6 months to a year that a new iPhone comes out to play.
This is a new business, man. It's all about subscription, membership.
Yeah.
Monthly payments.
Scalable.
I know.
100% scalable.
But this is the new way. Amazon, buy everything you need. Pay this for free. Pay $10 a month for shipping. You might not buy, but you still have the service you need whenever you need it.
And then pay $100 a year to have an upgraded subscription based service for a higher service. Yeah. So for a quicker service, for Prime, you pay $100 a year, and you get it literally in a day or two. Mm-hmm. It's fucking crazy. But see, like in my mind,
you say.
Yeah, in my mind, it's like for billionaires.
But what do you mean by scaling? It's easy.
Scaling, just like we just went over. So you have a business and you make a membership, and you make that membership have their perks, and then if you have another membership, you have bigger perks, and then so forth, and then you have these subscriptions that you can pay for, such as Audible. Then you can go with those as well, and then you get free credits for anything that you buy, and then that goes into these. It makes the shopper experience even greater. Even let's say for real estate, even like you can buy a let's say that you spend $5 million on a on an apartment building. Well, let's say that there's 400 units at, I don't know, a minimum like 1,500 a piece. Well, whatever that math comes out to, that's what you're getting every month. So let's take like this: you do 1,500, that's per rent, times 400. That's $600,000 a month that you're getting. That times 12 for a year, you're getting $7.2 million, and you paid $5 million for it. So in the first year, you're already getting $2.2 million back? 6, 5, 6, 7? Yeah. No, $2.2 million back in profit. So that's another thing, is being able to be scalable and making those properties like making them, like renovating them, making them better is a very big deal, because you want to get what you pay for, first off. You don't want to feel like you've been cheated. So you're going to go ahead, and if something looks better, you're going to pay more for it. If something doesn't look as good, you're not going to pay as much for it. But then it's going to be up to you to do the renovation and then get it scalable. So it's all about scaling things. Like that's been a big deal for me since I've been in business for myself, even, and like through the years of being around the different individuals and seeing these different individuals and understanding their mindsets more has been a big deal for me personally. Is being able to see like what the possibilities actually are. Like even for DGU Podcast, I want to be able to do different memberships and subscriptions and everything, so some services that they can see extra shit, or they can get extra shit, or if they pay a certain, like, let's say a membership fee, then to the website, well, they can go ahead, like, we'll send free shit to them every month, like a little sample of something.
Or, but yeah, if you like how we do like the boxes of clothing line and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly the fucking same way.
You sign up with us, man. We'll send out a free, whatever, a hoodie, a shirt, a hat, a beanie.
Exactly.
And imagine we do some shoes. Some socks would be dope.
And we can do socks as well. I have that contractor too. It's actually the same one.
That's dope.
So like the thing is, like, we can do all these things, but it's a matter of making it scalable and work for the business, and that's how billionaires are made.
I like it.
And yes, I feel like billionaires should exist, because it makes the
question: should billionaires exist? Yes.
And the reason why, for me personally, my opinion on it is because for people that are average Joes, it makes you work.
Yeah.
Also, it gives you opportunity.
Yes.
It gives you jobs. It gives you the right to want to work harder for your own self. So you see somebody else doing something, oh shit, that looks really cool, I want to do that too. Then you go ahead and do it.
Yeah, but see, I don't see their billionaires being, all the billionaires being bad, because there are those guys that were the average Joe, or 0 to 100, and that went through the whole process of being nothing and being humble and working and non-stop, not thinking about anything else but themselves, and to grow and making money, and nobody helping them in a way. And then there's a guy that, is inherited, having money, does whatever they want, feeling like they have all this power.
Entitlement.
They're entitled to everything. And if they fuck up, if they want something bad, well, my dad or my family
is going to come after you or whatever.
Yeah, so I feel like there's people that, that made their money. There's
a line. They're not even.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a line.
There's a huge line that we need to understand, that there's billionaires that make their money in the right way, and there's people that have this money and feel entitled and have this power to do what the fuck they want and not help others.
Right.
And think about themselves.
Yeah, and that's a big deal.
And like, if I, and it's hard to say because we're not billionaires ourselves, and I can't say that because if I'm a billionaire, then I inherit it to my other kids and stuff. I'm like, hey, I worked my ass off for this money, and my family should deserve this. But in a way, you need to teach to help others and how to get that, and you're earning all of this, and giving back to others, your family, and helping others to grow as I did, and somebody giving me that opportunity to grow,
right, as
somebody else taught me. It's a chain to keep going, but the correct way, not
right.
So that's the line I'm saying about if there's billionaires issues.
Yeah, see, and that's a honest to God, a great way to look at it too, because if you look at it in the way of a victimized way, and the victimized way of thinking, which is, oh, billionaires are just like in a negative way, like they're entitled, egotistical, like the main shit that comes along with the negatives, I guess, the dark side of it all. I feel like more people. I feel like the reason why this was brought up is because, like, and even in Yahoo News, is because there's so many people, so many haters in the world about people that have indeed, like you said, worked their asses off to get to the point of being extremely ungodly wealthy, and they have nothing but themselves to thank for that, though, and the people that supported them along the way. Because if they did not have that, then what the fuck? It's like, why are you gonna hate on me for me thinking outside the box of this? You had the same right to do what I did, but the only difference is that I was more motivated to do it than you are. Example. So it's a big deal, and I feel like that's a huge thing on the general population that suffers from the haterade, drinking the haterade, if you will, or just like, at the end of the day, just hating on it because they didn't think of it first, or like what you said, it's just jealousy.
That's what people, when they're not doing what they want to do, in growing or making more money or getting the job they want, all they do is point fingers and blame others or put other people down to make themselves look better, instead of just admitting to them, like, hey, I'm having trouble in finance, or I'm having trouble to working out and getting myself better in any aspect of life. I'm terrible with my credit card or shopping and these habits, smoking,
and that's discipline.
Discipline yourself to stop all that stuff and fucking grow money.
Yeah.
Invest. Stop wasting money in shopping. Fucking, grow your business in other ways, or educate yourself if you really need to help.
That's all discipline. Yeah. That's all discipline. And if we were like the billionaires, I would say are like the Bruce Lee of life. That's what I would say. Honestly,
I don't know, because I feel like there's some people that would be amazing people growing businesses, but were born
people.
We're just born in an
unfortunate situation.
Yeah, unfortunate situation.
But I mean, like
it happens.
So, like the billionaires of the world, it's like this. Like a lot of them are mentors now because they're older and everything, and they can scale that mentorship out as well.
That makes some money to help others also.
Right, and with all of this, it's like it's very crazy because the billionaires in the world in general, as we live. They have thought about everything to get them to where they are. They keep on driving that thought and having the people work with them as well, or in some cases, that some people like to say work for. I'm not for that in general.
No.
Everybody that we work with, and that they work with us. They don't work for us.
Of course.
So that's in my eyes on how that works, and especially in our future as well. But that's how I feel about the billionaires of the world. I mean, Dan Pena is one. Grant Cardone is one. Ed Milet, to my knowledge, is one. Donald Trump, unfortunately, is one. Like everybody has their own stigmatism against it.
And everybody has their own problems, man. Just because they make money doesn't mean that they don't have problems. They might have They might have drug problems. They might have like drinking problems. They might have social problems. They might have personal problems.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when you have that money, people, their cameras are always going to be on you. So any mistake you make, everybody's going to know.
That's why.
And they're going to be like, well, you're that guy that did this, or you're the guy that said that, and you're the guy that criticized that, and and so
even with publicly traded companies as well, I understand nowadays that being publicly traded is a very big deal. It is a very big deal. If you're publicly traded on the stock market, that's huge. Mm-hmm. So if you're publicly traded, that means that all eyes are on you at all times. Just like whenever Elon Musk, whenever he was on Joe Rogan, he was smoking the joint with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Well, it plummeted like $6 million as well. I don't know what is up with $6 million, but it really plummeted. His stock price plummeted after that, and then it built its way back up because people were like, "Oh my god." Like all these people are tree huggers, and yeah, we're supporting a fucking stoner. What the hell? You know, I know more stoners that are doers. You're one of them. That I'll cut that part out.
Yeah,
but like I know so many stoners in general that are doers, and it's crazy because so many people have that connection with getting high, with just sitting around eating chips on the couch, watching TV, wasting your life away. I for one, I speak for myself on this, is that I am probably the most productive stoner that I could ever meet in my life.
I can say the same thing. You're the only guy I know that smokes weed and say like I smoke it like it's like my coffee.
Yeah.
Like I need to wake up at times to get my shit done.
So
like,
lately, what I've been doing actually is pretty weird. So
but that's your discipline.
So lately though is that for the past actually since I was about 23 years old. I never, whenever I wake up, I'll get myself ready. I'll drink a coffee or some pre-workout.
You won't smoke?
And I won't smoke at all.
In the morning?
I never smoked at all in the morning. Ever smoked, like, on a weekday? No. If I've got work to do? No. Never. Ever. That's a big deal for me. However.
See, that's the difference between you and stoners.
However.
Huge however.
Recently. Because I have been, I got really stressed out with what I do.
Under the weather, yes.
Like very stressed out, not even just under the weather, but stressed the fuck out. And I was very high. I was very.
Glad you're opening up, buddy.
Yeah, so I was very. I had been like very high strung during the day, like very high strung, like to the point to where I'm about to like flip my desk over. My desk is about like 150 pounds, and like I'm about to flip this bitch into my office, like just. Like get pissed the fuck off and just rah, and just throw fucking tables out of the window, and I'm on the second story, so that would suck.
I'm trying to go Hulk, okay.
So I get pissed off when deals don't go through. So people lie to me all the time, and I fucking hate that. And so I'm just like, dude, like fuck. So lately, what I've been doing is like right before I leave the house, because I have an hour and 15-minute drive to the office. So I'll smoke, like I'll take a rip real quick, and I'll fucking leave. And I got my sunglasses on, so like an hour and 15-minute drive. Fuck it, I'm gonna be toasty once I get to the office. Like I'll be good to go. Like nobody will be able to know anything.
Mm-hmm.
So far, nobody's even caught on, and I've been able to still operate brain functioning.
Well, you got a full hour and 15 minutes to relax, and that's just you relaxing too.
Yeah, like literally, and majority of the time though, I'm actually on the phone while I'm going.
And sometimes I feel like you be creative in your own thoughts when you're high sometimes.
Well, no, that's me all the time. Yeah, I know. Especially when I'm high, it's like it gets to another fucking level.
And that's cool. And it's cool that people that can do that. But it's just the mindset that people have. Like some people smoke just to relax. Some people it's just their everyday thing. But like some people use it to enhance themselves sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I can only speak for me in this situation, but like, basically, whenever I smoke, I get very, very take my creativity and like maximize it like crazy, and that's what happens.
Well, that's the same thing with alcohol. However you're feeling, and this is studies.
I can't speak for alcohol, but I
can talk.
Yeah,
I can talk for that. However you're feeling before you drink.
Mm-hmm.
You will intensify that emotion.
So, like, if you're horny, it'll intensify.
You're fucking super horny. That's the problem of fucking people do.
If you're in your feelings, it'll intensify.
If you're sad, you drink, you're going to become even more sad.
Interesting.
If you're a happy guy and you're drinking, you're going to be laughing your ass off and smiling the whole time.
Interesting.
People that are, like drama people and you get drunk, they're going to be fucking dramatic. And start shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes weed is a little bit different than alcohol. And but I'm just saying people that don't know how to control the alcohol have problems, and you can see them right away. And I feel like some people shouldn't drink.
Like,
some people
how
shouldn't
soon
smoke.
is right away? Like after like 4 shots in, or
Yeah. Like once after you get tipsy, I think that you cut it off because that's when you intensify how you're feeling, and you. That's what people are for drunk texters and stuff like that. They're very emotional, very sensitive,
Dude.
and then they drink and they my god, all in their feelings in a way. That's just because that's the alcohol intensifying however you're feeling. So.
Gone through that before. I haven't like drunk texted somebody, but like I've definitely like people have drunk texted me and just
it's a daily
shit.
It's a daily thing every time
It's
they're
a
drunk,
nightly
right?
thing.
Well,
Completely.
however
Like,
much they drink, but yes, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, but that's how I feel about the whole Billionaires deal, though.
Yeah.
In general.
How about how about your hometown?
Oh shit, Dallas. Yeah. So what happened Sunday night? Yeah, Sunday night it got hit with a tornado.
Doing tornado.
And like a couple tornadoes.
Hell no.
And so yeah, they got hit, and it was like I contacted Twan. I contacted pretty much everybody over there that I know, and made sure that everybody was good. One of my buddies, or my old mentor actually, he told me that. So he lives in downtown. He has a penthouse suite in downtown, and he said that I asked him if his power was out. He says no, they have a reserve power, and he said that the tornado actually hit 9 miles north. So 9 miles north would put it around Forest Lane or so, like on 75. There's only 2 or really 3 highways that go north, which is one's 35, one's Dallas North Tollway, and the other one is 75.
I think I understand you perfectly because we have the same system here. 15, 16, 91 all go to LA and go like.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so imagine that from Dallas and going up north.
Gotcha.
So so you get different sections of North Dallas with all of these routes. So on the more central side of Dallas, you have 75.
Uh-huh.
So you take that north about 9 miles, and 9 miles will take you about to Forest Lane or so. Forest Lane has a Home Depot there. It's like a very like all of it is so like built up. Like there's everything is businesses. Like everything is corporate. Everything is like all this shit.
City life.
Oh, dude, completely, 100%.
I feel it.
So it's like the Texas version of New York, basically.
Okay.
And so there's a Home Depot on the side of the highway, and or the expressway as they call it, and it was hit with a tornado. So people were loitering there. Like there was shit that there was people that were going in like taking shit like all this stuff. Yeah, it was pretty fucking nuts.
Wow, man.
And but the tornado touched down and it ruined a bunch of houses.
That's when they should steal it, put it in a truck, and then after come out with it and then help the people that lost their shit.
Well, see, there was the what was it? So over 150,000 people are currently, I guess, out without power right now.
Oh, really?
Currently without power. Over 150,000 people in Dallas.
Dude, why haven't I seen this in the news, man?
I don't know.
I mean,
it should have been in the news because it was a big fucking deal.
That's messed up, man.
It's a big deal, like a very big deal. Because this just happened like a couple days ago, literally, actually. Today's Wednesday. It happened this past Sunday night.
That's ridiculous.
So Wednesday,
I haven't heard nothing
Tuesday,
about
Monday,
tornadoes.
Sunday. So 2.5 days
I think
ago.
I heard, but I never saw anything. That's
Actually,
crazy, man. That's sad.
2.5 days ago.
Tornadoes are worse, man. It's the worst.
And you know, for that, it's like it's highly unpredictable. You don't like it really.
They don't know the direction that it's going. Right?
Hell no,
Fuck,
no, not majority of the time. No, it's just
scary,
gonna go where it's gonna go. And
that's one thing I would never want to live in that area. Is it mostly Texas and all of a sudden?
It's all the Midwest. It's all the Midwest, all over to the east, and it's like that. It's like it goes like this. So here's
like a peace sign or what?
Huh?
Like a peace sign?
No, it's like this. So this is like Texas, and then you have Oklahoma, then South Dakota, North Dakota, all that. So then it goes here to the eastern part So then you have like
Florida.
Kentucky. Yeah, exactly. So you have all of that right there. So that's pretty much like the
tornado
alley. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So like it typically hits
So
like
don't live there.
Yeah, typically it hits like wide open spaces. But I mean, people say the same thing about California too.
But there's no way. I would be freaking out if there's no way tornadoes. Imagine tornadoes in California, bro. All hell will go loose.
I mean, there's earthquakes here, which is pretty much just as bad.
Are you scared? Are you scared of earthquakes?
No, I've never even been through one. There was one while we had a podcast going on.
Dude,
remember that?
That's what I'm saying. Why are you scared of earthquakes? Just a little shake and bake, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know that. I know that. But like, if there's another San Andreas, apparently,
I know. Well, that's what they're dude. At the schools, we're teaching. We just went to an evacuation plan and drill of this soon to come huge earthquake that's gonna fucking split the earth and shit.
So, my assistant sent me a deal about this. Is that basically they've been talking about that for a long time.
Dude. Did you know they're selling emergency like insurance now? Like now your life insurance can't cover fucking dramatic natural disasters. Did you know that?
It cannot?
No. There's a new insurance for like supernatural natural disaster emergencies and shit. I'm like,
that's
what
weird.
The fuck? We have to pay for that shit too?
That's weird.
Oh, they're just trying to get us, and then I'm like, they're gonna create it fucking out of nowhere.
See, another billionaire deal.
Fucking bullshit. See, I'm telling you, fuck the billionaires, man. Some I can salute to, you know.
I mean,
some is like
okay,
these
so
motherfuckers. They make money to pay this person off, buy off all these fucking stores, so they have nobody else to go to but us.
So with that, that's what I don't agree with. That's what I'm saying. That's the one thing I definitely don't.
That's what I'm saying. Don't be so vague on saying like, well, I like this lane of billionaires. I'm like, yeah, but what about the other lanes?
The other lanes, that's a crock of shit in my eyes because.
That's what I'm saying. So we gotta explain to this man.
So because like whenever you make a system, let's say for insurance agencies, so insurance is, I hate insurance. Like I hate insurance more than pretty much anybody could ever hate insurance. Like I'm your number one hater on insurance because I hate it so fucking much.
You don't have life insurance, Adam?
Dude, I have insurance, but fuck, dude, I hate it so much. I hate the IRS. I hate IRS. I hate the government. I hate the fucking the insurances. I hate all of that government bullshit. Like I hate it all because it's all corrupt. Because, okay, so for the insurances, they want to go ahead and have you pay them a certain amount per month, and they want to require that. If you get pulled over and you don't have it, then you're fucked. And you get hit with a fucking ticket. Then you have to pay on that ticket, which if you just had insurance in the first place, paying $100 or $200 for your insurance, then you wouldn't have had to pay a fucking $600 or $800 insurance ticket, depending on where state you're at.
Especially in California.
Yeah, so what they do is now, especially with what you're saying, they make up the shit as they go, and that's not fucking cool. Like I get that you have to. It's almost like the cannabis industry, to where like for the federal laws they have to make up shit as they go. I get it, I get it, but I don't agree with it by any means.
They want a percentage of it. How can you be running? It's like you go and you're renting out the house and they're making a business inside the house and you're not getting money for it. Would you tax them?
Wait, can you say that again?
So if let's say you have a huge house, right?
Right.
And so you're renting out to some few people.
Right.
And that person that you're renting out starts making a business inside the house. It starts making money. And you're getting all this traffic.
To me, honest to God, as long as I'm getting what was agreed, no, okay. I wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. The government's like, nah. I need at least 5% from you just because you're making money.
Right, and that's in this case. If you are...
Oh, you got a dog? Give me a percentage of that shit too.
Yeah, and that part I don't agree with at all. Like I would never agree with that. Like if you have an apartment, right? In your exact example, if you have an apartment and somebody creates their home business, you're not gonna get more than what their rent is. Because that's their business.
Whatever you're doing with it is your shit.
The IRS wants the taxable money from that business.
I don't give a fuck. It's a home or office.
Yeah, it's so
money.
fucking stupid. And they're trying to they're trying to make up all these new rules and shit. It's so fucking stupid in my eyes, but that's just what happens. It's so fucking dumb.
It's a business, man. This government's a business.
It's a corrupt business, though.
It's
making up as you.
That's why we say that's why they want to put this freedom, liberty that we have, and then fucking put all these rules. Oh, you're not really free.
Yeah,
but we want to make you think you're free.
Right, and that's a fucked up way to be in general. It's like, this is the land of the free and everything of that nature. But now it's like, if you're going to be here, you have to pay to be here in general, and it doesn't matter what you do nowadays. You're going to have to pay for it in some way, form, or fashion. Even if you have a loss, you still have to pay tax on that. You haven't made any money, and you still have to pay money on it. You have to pay money on the fact that you paid money on it.
It's like gambling; you lose no matter what.
Yeah, it's so stupid. But like for insurance companies, like I don't agree with it at all. Like because especially if you're like for what you're saying for the life insurance, and now that you have to have extra insurance for coverage on earthquakes, I think that's fucking bullshit. That's just a way for them to say, we're not covering this.
Oh, if the apocalypse comes. You're fucked.
Yeah, if anybody wants to do this, and
hell?
They go ahead and tell you, okay, you have to pay this money. If you don't pay this money, then we're not going to cover you. No. Oh, but whenever you get into a wreck, it's going to take us 3 years to figure this one out. But we want your money right now. But it's going to take us 3 years to figure it out.
Don't miss a payment. If not, you're fucked.
Yeah, and if you get in a wreck, then we're going to take our sweet time.
I can't imagine that you've been paying for the last 20 years, right? Let's say the last 20 years you've been paying life insurance. And 1 month you didn't pay and something happens to you, you're fucked.
I have a client that he missed one payment just because he was going through some financial bullshit, and he wasn't even the cause of it. 1 year or one time out of 20 years, they would not give him a I think it was like a $5 million loan because he missed one payment out of 20 years. One month out of 20 years he missed, and they wouldn't give him that. And I was in disbelief about it, completely, dude. Like I was in disbelief because I was like, and that's a banking institution in general, or the underwriters and bullshit.
Nobody trusts nobody.
It's terrible.
It's fucked up.
But back to it though, it's like there's some billionaires out there that are just trying to fuck people over to make money in general. Then there's the ones that are really trying to create a convenience for individuals, and then also create mentorships and create different programs for people to learn. That I absolutely agree with because what you were talking about even before we started today's podcast is about school system. Mm-hmm. The school system and I completely agree with you. What you were saying is that about the teachers should be teaching like disciplines and habits, good habits and stuff like this. If you're not going to teach business and how to really live in the real world outside of school and outside of the academic part, then you should be teaching like more disciplinary actions, more better habits, things that are really going to help you achieve these goals that you really want to get.
That's like what I was telling you, and even if it's just one class of just learning different things here and there each semester, it's switching it up. Like now, I'm surprised I have different classes. I have like culinary and forensic science and all these cool classes, but like they still know the ethics and morals and learning of different cultures, even different like accepting others because we're just so negative and we're all on our own thing.
See, economics for me, economics for me would be a very great subject. Because I love economics, I love the finance, I love dealing with money, and especially being able to create businesses. It's all creation. But the thing is that even in high school, at least for my high school, and I was in what is it? What is the honors class for? I forgot what the honors class is. But I was in honors economics. And that's the most advanced class.
Yes, AP is.
And that's what it is. And so I was in that, and I hated it because the teacher did not know how to run a business, and she was teaching economics. And I feel like it would be the same thing with college. If you're going to teach some type of money class, have the experience in making money first before you start teaching it.
Well, that's the problem with our school system now is that people just learn by the book, and never experienced none of it, and then expect the kids to know it. How are you going to teach somebody if I'm coaching? Are you going to believe what I say? Unless I show them that I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Right. Or brought somebody in that knows what they're doing with it too.
Or if I've been working with other people that they know how to do it, then I need proof. You need evidence to show that you know what the fuck you're talking about. And there's no fat guy in trainings and people are going to be like, man, fuck you. You're going to show me that you're jacked or something, or you've taught other people how to be jacked, because unless you prove me, I'm not going to listen to your ass.
Right, and that's what, that's a big fucking deal, is leading by example. Leading by example, that literally what you just said is literally that term of leading by example. And that's a fucking huge ass deal.
Yeah, and even in businesses, people that buy businesses and don't know how it works and the fundamentals and of their employees and how they, it's these things that we need to know. And I'm not going to run a business and not know how to do the job, how to do the dirty work.
Right.
Like, I need to teach by example.
That's what I loved about being in the service industry is because you're in the service industry as well, or at least one of the things. Actually, both of the things you'd be in the service industry, because there's both one's teaching and which is providing a service to the younger generation, and then the other one is for the pavement to clean concrete, basically.
Yeah, parking lots.
Yeah. Clean asphalt, clean all that shit. So yeah, it's a service. So for me, I love that. I love service.
Well, people
service businesses.
Because I love serving people and making them feel good, because I know what to do with my quality of my service. Right. And their expectation, I want to exceed it, and to show
under promise, over deliver.
Yes, and then giving them the good quality and communication to tell them this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell you exactly. We want no, don't worry about it. We'll do this and this. I just make sure you pay me this. Yeah, that's all. It's paying my guys and what my service is, and if it gets more difficult, I have
a change order or whatever that you have to do. And stuff like that. That's where I personally love the service industry, because it is self-paced. It is how you know how to do it. And even if let's say you let somebody go because of some bullshit that happened, well, great, you let somebody go, but now you can go ahead and still fulfill that position in the meantime, because you know how to do it.
Exactly.
And that's where, in my mind, the biggest thing for our viewers as well, to be able to understand and take away from this, is to learn a skill. Learn a skill, because you can value that skill. You can always make money on any skill, which is what's hard for me personally to be able to do, because I know how to do so many things. So it's what do I do to be able to make money with it? Because I know how to do all these things. So
what skill set should I use?
Which do I want to do? Which do I want to make money from? I have no fucking idea. Holy shitballs! This kind of sucks a lot, because in my mind I got the ADD mind, the ADD and ADHD mind. It's that I think all these things. I'm okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this.
All at the same time.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of hurting me right now, is that I'm doing all these things right now.
And that's another problem we talked about too, multitasking. Sometimes I'm a big multitasker, because I know how to do things and I can think. That's what people always want to do, driving and texting and shit, man. We think we can do everything.
Dude, I can type out something without even looking at my phone.
Yeah, I know. That's so the multitasking thing, and so we think it's so easy. We make it it's nonchalant, but when it's you're not helping yourself sometimes.
Whenever it's going
to do one thing correctly, 100% fully attention focused on it.
Whenever it's going a bit something on creating a business in general, for me personally, it's sometimes very difficult for me to think, because I want to do it already. I want to get it done, but there's so much planning. There's so much creativeness. There's so much projections. There's so much things that you have to plan out before. Because what people see is you creating a site, right, for your business. Well, that's great and all, but then you have to actually
middle.
scale everything out. So again, scaling. So you have to do your pricing of your merchandise. You have to get your returns on how much everything's going to cost, your advertising, your marketing, all these things, and you have to plan all this stuff out. And it's like fucking difficult as hell to do, especially whenever you are like doing it all on your own. That's the most difficult part about it all. It's like, especially if you don't have too much help, you know, and you're doing all these different things, and it's hard to really wrap your mind around all these different things. You have to actually write it out, which is what I've had to fucking do.
Yeah, step by step, exactly. That's why it takes so long. And I get that for sure.
So, but anyways, do you have anything else to add?
No, I'm good, man.
No,
This is a great
I think
topic.
this is a badass episode.
Hell yeah,
Honest to God.
we went through a lot of things, and I think we
had planned on.
we touched good bases on everything, and I fully explained what to my extent.
I feel as well.
I like it.
I feel like it was great. Well,
Alright, peeps.
Again, this has been episode 16, DGU podcast with both Damian
And Adrian.
and hopefully you've enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next episode.
See you soon. Peace.